Bro, you don't even have to play the game. They just die instantly. What the fuck? Bro, like, oh my god, was that 3.6 million? Holy shit. Welcome back to Honkai Starbucks 1 versus 2. It has been a long time, guys. After 1 billion years, 3.4 has actually came to a close. Because there was no second half banner for 3.4, right? And yeah, all of a sudden we're in 3.5. Which means by the time you're watching this video, we are going towards the middle of August. Oh my god, the next time I do a redraw, it's gonna be September, guys. 2025 is coming to an end. What have you done with your lives? Damn, bro. Well, time passes just really fast. Okay, anyways, on to more important things. Now, today we're gonna be going through 1 versus 2,000 Hysilens, right? As per usual, we're always gonna be doing this. We're gonna doing on manual play with as relatable of a team as possible, right? Because I do believe that if we're gonna be slamming on a black swan over here, people are gonna start crying. So we are going to be going ahead with a free unit, right? A free unit that everybody should probably have highest own unit in the entire world. Run me with a free light cone on Kafka for the maximum relatability. So right, that's gonna be testing out Hysilens are running this. Okay, let's start with E6S5. Probably gonna be slamming on Eyes of Prey. I think everybody has this, right? Everybody has this. No way you do not have this, right? So everybody has a Eyes of Prey. We're gonna be slamming on here. Relics department wise, 157 speed. EHR ideally I want to hit it to 120, but damn. Oh shit. Okay, you know what? I actually don't really care about it that much. It's actually fine because this is attack percentage main while still being almost 120 EHR. Yeah, we're just gonna go in, and as per usual, it is not really to see how this team performs. That is gonna be before you boo. This is really just to show the Eidolon differences from Hysilens herself, right? The units that you guys see here, it may not be too representative of your account, generally speaking. I hate you. Okay. Very exceptional. Jumping, flying into Zarok over here. Contact, she made me lost my 50-50, so yeah, nobody likes her anymore, right? She also made Zedion lose his 50-50, right? So nobody likes her anymore. This is gonna be fine. Okay, so for this particular 7, right, because we are not using Black Swan, which means we cannot actually apply Arcana as well as defense now. All things considered, before you even think, is Rame or Black Swan a better teammate? Yeah, the answer is Black Swan. Getting Black Swan here is definitely gonna be a lot better, but if you do not have Black Swan, especially since I don't think we have gotten a Black Swan rerun in a while. And right now, we do have Kafka. So this is really for those players, like the 5 people in the entire world that wants to play DOT, for your considerations. If you have, for example, a Rame from last time because you play since version 1, and then you get a Kafka from, like, I don't know, either the rework or even doing this rerun banner, and then you are thinking if you want to pull Hysilens for her Idol investment, right? So this is already like, you want to play Hysilens, and you're seeing how much the Eidolons are going to impact her. So for this particular instance, we're actually going to be going for the skill over here. Alright, she goes up for the follow-up attack. Ramen goes for the basic. She goes for the follow-up attack. Alright, this is going to be activate. We activate this thing on my bob over here. I'm not too sure if it can actually get us the break. I don't think we do. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the break. So we're just going to go for the basic. And then we're just going to heal. And then he's going to hit us with the AoE. And then he's going to summon the thing. 210k over here. And then he's going to summon the fish. Okay, Bob summons the fish. Alright, so this is the big booms, right? So this is the big booms. So we're gonna slam in a AoE ultimate on E6S5 Hysilens. E6S5 Hysilens. 900,000. 900,000. Pretty exceptional, if I can say so myself, right? Pretty exceptional for the 900k. Getting a little bit of a win. At this one, we're just gonna conserve a little bit more of the. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just get our skill because I want to get this up, right? I want to get this up. Oh wow. Okay, bro is almost dead. So let's just go for the skill back in again, and then he's gonna die to the DOT. We can instantly pop on a Kafka. All right, let's just instantly pop off a Kafka. Apply this a little bit. Alright, and then we're just gonna apply this. And then we're gonna get our AoE out again. Right, before Rame loses this thingy on a turn. 744. Okay, unfortunately, because Kafka's RNG, the follow-up, is completely 1 and 2. And unfortunately, both of them, they hit the wolf instead of the Zarok, which is a little bit unfortunate. So this is gonna come here. Oh my god, you're fucking trolling. Okay, it is what it is. Yeah, we're just gonna wait a little bit. She will surely get hit anyways. She will surely get hit anyways. She will surely get hit. Okay. Don't worry about it, right? Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good, it's all good. Alright, so we're gonna go back in. Alright, we're gonna go back in. And then now we're gonna activate our Kafka out. There we go. There we go, 300. And this is gonna lead to the follow-up attack. There we go. And Huawei is actually gonna do a wind shear break over here, which honestly all things considered is quite nice. Right, wind shear break, we pro the DOT. 70% comes out 6%. Oh my lord, guys. Okay, that was honestly my misplay, because I literally thought that Rame was gonna get ultimate, so that was my bad. But if it was not for that, we are pretty much gonna be able to get ourselves the 0 cycle. But that was my bad, because we actually lost a res pen for that 1 second. So that is gonna be our E6S5 Hysilens. We are now going to be changing this from Eyes of Prey into her signature light cone, which is gonna be this thingy over here, right? So this is signature icon TLDR. You get this enthronement that increases DOT damage vulnerability by 30%, as well as a 10% speed buff for everyone in the mobs. This might as well just be run main, right? This is literally basically run main, and because of the fact that the way this debuff, right, the way that this debuff and the effects of this light cone work is that you don't really have to run this on Hysilens. You can actually run this on, for example, if you have Black Swan over here, right? If this was gonna be Black Swan, you can slap on Hysilens debuff on Black Swan and give Hysilens the Black Swan light cone. Because Black Swan Light Cone has actually a pretty substantial personal damage increase with all the defense down, and Hysilens stuff has very, very high damage multiplier. So this Light Cone is honestly a little bit more utility focused instead of strictly like increasing your personal damage, right? So let's just see if this is gonna change anything, right? Bada boom, bada bada bang. S1, E6S5. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Okay. Because we do get the 10% speed buff from Hysilens, my Kafka actually outsped Hysilens, which is not good, guys. This is not good. Because what's gonna happen is that I actually cannot apply Hysilens debuff over here, which is a little bit annoying. This is a little bit annoying. Fuck it. You know what? We're just gonna slam this. Then we are gonna get ourselves a follow-up attack. So at least we get the instant break on this bada bitch, right? At least we get the instant break off. But unfortunately, the speed tuning was definitely a little bit more off here because we were unable to get Rame's speed buff as well as the res pen. Well, we can just go for this. Maybe he kills us instantly here. God damn. Okay, almost killed us instantly. Okay, at this point, I'm just gonna be saving up my Huan's out for next wave because we definitely have more than enough damage. We'll see if this can actually kill right here without wasting the Rame turn over there. 913. 900. This is without Huan's ultimate on attack buff, because it was previously 900k against 4 targets, right? But that was with Huan's 40% attack buff. I'm guessing with Huan's 40% attack, I was probably gonna be close to 950. So not that insane of a damage increase. I think we're just gonna go for the basic, try to stall this out a little bit more, and then he's gonna die naturally to the DOT. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bang. Alright, now we can just slam this. Get ourselves the additional proc on the follow-up attack, activate Huan's ultimate, and then we can apply the vulnerability thingamabob over here. Am I still gonna get fucking 1%? Oh my god, I'm gonna get 1% again, guys. Oh my fucking god. Okay, you know what? For the sake of consistency, I actually intentionally will do this. Because it's not fair to my previous E6S5 if this Rame does not do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna do the exact same thing. Alright, this is intentional. Alright. So it's gonna hit us. Alright, please hit Rame. Please hit. There we go. So now that we got a Rame here, we can actually apply our Hysilens. And Hysilens is gonna get our ultimate. And then Kafka is gonna cast her follow-up. And then she's gonna get her out. And then we're gonna get our... Oh my lord. So that is going to be the zero cycle right here, right? This is almost definitively speaking going to be the zero cycle. Kafka follow-up, bada boom, 6% HP, and that will be that. So honestly, even just now at E6S5, I think it would have definitely been doable. But not so much the cycle count difference, but more so the utility of the light cone itself. Yeah, if you give yourself the additional 10% speed, it actually ruins your speed tuning a little bit. So usually what I would do is running 2-piece Vonrek or Runmei to always guarantee a first turn, and the Hysilens will go next. And then if you're not going to be using Runmei, using Black Swan, ideally Kafka is always going to be the one coming after Hysilens as well as Runmei. Okay, so that is gonna be our E6S5. We're not gonna activate this E1. This E1 is game changing. This E1 is game changing. But it has MrPokke's game changing seal of approval for an Eidolon. Game changing Eidolon. Even though this E2 is not too bad, right? Basically giving you guys a team-wide 90% damage buff. But this is a game changing Eidolon because not only does this increase all DOT multiplier, every single DOT is 16% higher. You straight out just use 16% higher of the original value. You also get this thing about to act as like a double, right? A double, one additional instance, which means your talent over here, because you can take a look at the talent, right? It is a little bit iffy to get this to the maximum stacks, because in order to get this to the maximum, you need to get this at 8 stacks of DOT, which without the E1 might be a little bit uncomfortable to hit 640% multiplier every single time, right? Usually without the E1, you're probably looking at before break 480-ish to 500, right? 4 to 500-ish, unless you actually get the break off with, like, for example, like a Kafka's S1, then you can able to get a consistent 640% multiplier every single time. But if you would use Kafka's S1, you can't use the God. You can't use this, which it always has a little bit of their flaws, but yeah, straight speaking, this E1 does have a pretty decent margin. We're just gonna hop in over here, bada boom. Definitely very considerable. Right, we literally skipped the entirety of Automatron and we one-shot a Sarva before the wolf could even move. Right, so that is gonna wait. I didn't even activate it. That was actually odd, right? I intentionally did not do that, but absolute cinema. Okay, now this is the real deal. Now this is the real deal. Now this is the real deal. Okay, now this is the real deal. Oh yeah, now this is the real deal. Yeah? Oh yeah, now this is the real deal. Oh yeah, okay, now this is the real deal, right? I'm gonna activate this over here. Boom. Okay, that was definitely the real deal. That was 100% definitely the real deal. Without a shadow of a doubt, that was the real. That he is for real, right? So at this point, we can actually just go in for the basic. Kafka follow-up is gonna not do nothing over yet. Get a little bit of this. And that is in fact the real deal, right? That is in fact the real deal. Okay, we get all of the different bleed over here. Very exceptional. Very nice. Slams back in with the Hysilens. Waits for the... okay, gets ourselves this. Activates the Kafka ultimate. And then we're gonna get in with the Hue. Okay, that is the real deal. So we are now gonna be approaching the 1 million territory. We are now gonna be very comfortable. So we went from 300k follow-up to 484k, right? The damage of the follow-up kind of went up by like roughly 20-ish%, which is pretty 900k Kafka trigger. With this Hue follow-up, I think he's actually done, guys. Well, I think they're done. I don't even think they're gonna move. They are already done. Okay, that was the real deal. Imagine the power of this if you slammed in Black Swan. And then imagine the power of that if you did a Black Swan and Runmei. Oh my god, bro. And we are not even at the E6 yet, right? So that's gonna be E1. E2, honestly speaking, is really not that crazy. The way that this E2 has value over here is from the raw multipliers, right? The raw numbers value of 90% damage buff. That is pretty much what all this E2 is good for, right? So generally speaking, it is definitely not as game-changing as compared to the E1. Who the hell is Black Swan when there's E2? Oh my god, chat, wait, we can run Quadra DOT. Done. No, bro, wait. Yo, Zev, I genuinely swear, Rame is fucking useless the moment I slam on Black Swan and Jiaoqiu. Quadra DOT. Bro, I actually want to see that shit so bad. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. Absolutely. We're gonna do it. Bop. 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 Okay, let me see if this is able to essentially one-shot. Let me see if this is kind of one-shot over here. 1.1. Okay, so the damage went up by... It went from 1 mil, right? It was like literally on the dot, roughly 1 mil to 1.16. So around a 16% final damage. Literally around a 16% final damage increase. For an E2, I feel like it's kind of Maybe against the AoE target, it could go up a little bit more. But I think for now, it's kind of just chilling, right? Okay, at this point, I don't even think I need an environment. Let's just go for the basic. And then he's probably going to die. Okay, we can save. Okay, the good thing about this, we actually, because of the additional 16% damage, we saved up a Ranmei turn, which means we are never gonna run out of the res pen, right? Because just now we actually had to wait for Ranmei's turn into Kafka, and then we can activate this. But because of the E2, that's no longer gonna be a question. So we're gonna activate this right in, and then we're gonna get this Hue out for the attack buff, and then we're gonna get ourselves this thingamabob. Rame is gonna go for the basic, and then Kafka is gonna go for the big booms over here. Oh, this is gonna be big booms. So 751 with all of the debuffs on the enemy. 1.2. So this one actually went up a lot higher because I mean we technically stacked on more DOTs. So the higher DOTs actually go up, the damage just compounds up exponentially speaking, right? So that was actually pretty nice. Goes back in for the basic over here. Hits this guy in the face. Booms for a 568. So the follow-up damage now from Kava is also pretty exceptional. And then this final hit is probably gonna... He's done over here, right? 531. So the follow-up damage also went up from 400 to 500k, right? 400 to 500k, and then he is gonna be done over here. He actually cleared a little bit slower compared to E1 because the damage was a little bit off since we didn't get the additional Kafka energy to cast the ultimate instantly, right? Because previously for E1 we actually had to wait for Kafka's turn itself to begin and then the wave cycle into the next wave. But for this E2, because we dealt so much damage, we actually did not get into Ramei's turn, which then followed up into Kafka's turn, right? So I'm gonna skip over this E3. E4 is pretty much a 20% res pen, no questions asked. Chat. Look how far we have come, guys, as a society, as the HSR society. This is the E4 nowadays. Lo, how time flies by, right? Nowadays, you have 20% all-type res on it. Yo, back in my days. Hey, look at the disparity, bruh. Look at the disparity. You get what I'm saying? Right, nowadays you have 20% res pen. We're just gonna see how much is 20% res pen, but it's pretty much just 20% res pen. Bada bing. And then afterwards we can just jump into the E6, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a thing about with the Quadra DOT. This is gonna be quite nice. Okay. Exceptional. Alright, so this is gonna be the exact same once again. Here's this in. 540. Gets ourselves the we're just gonna go for the basic. Rame is gonna go for the skill. And then we're going to go for the out. We're going to go for the out. Right. So we are doing 320 right now. Pre-Rame out. This will definitely hit. So previously we did 1.16. Right. We did 1.16. So let's see if we are able to let this game go over here. Okay, never mind. I think what has actually happened is that the damage kind of just went above and beyond. To the point where it just died. So it couldn't even register the remaining damage. So at this point, he is definitely done, right? He is definitely... Yeah, because if you see that the enemy dies, you can't register the remaining damage anymore. Like, it went... Bro, you know what could fix this? More HP inflation. We need more HP inflation, bro. How the hell am I going to be playing the game if I don't even have the enemy strong enough for my team? Bro, this game just has way too little HP. I need more HP inflation to actually allow me to feature the strengths to my true potential, right? Because otherwise, bro, this game is done, man. We need more HP inflation. He's right. He's right. No, he's not. He is right, right? We need more HP invasion. Because I can't even showcase the damage when the enemy just die like... I blow at them and they just die, bro. Like, got a mind blower. It's crazy, man. I guess the thing over here goes for the full attack. Kafka goes for this. So this is gonna let us up with the actual damage over here. I think previously it was 1.2, right? It was 1.2-ish. So let's just see what this E4 is gonna be like. 1.45. So just as the name suggests, 20% red spend is 20% red spend. You get what you pay for essentially, right? So nothing too crazy to say, right? So 1.2 to 1.4 full up attack activate 620k. So we went from 500k full up to 600k full up. So it is literally in the Eidolon, right? It's literally in the Eidolon. Pop back in, goes for the full up, and then he's done, right? So that is gonna be our E6S5 Hysilens. And finally, we are going to jump into the light spender territory. This is the light spender territory. When zone active, start at each turn or after one attack by an allied target, increase maximum count to 12 and damage multiplier to 20%. So it's straight up a raw damage multiplier increase. Are those water or are those something else? Exceptional. So this is gonna be the same thing. Alright, and you know what, at this point, let's just slam on, because we are dealing so much damage, right? We're dealing so much damage. I kind of just want to see what happens with a Rame out, or rather a Kafka out before the Rame out, because we're dealing way too much damage anyways. So let's just do this. So before we even okay, he's already done, right? He is literally, I can't even register this anymore, so whatever. Kafka flies in, 900k before run me out. 900k before Rame out. I don't even need the Rame out anymore, bro. Rame is literally useless right now, bro. Oh my lord, we literally need nothing. We need nothing. Get ourselves the energy regeneration. I'm just gonna kind of let it slap, right? We're gonna let it slap real good. Slams in for the big ultimate. 650, 549. Pop this thingy. Where out. Activate Kafka. So this is gonna be the pop over here. 1.7. So it went from 1.4 to 1.7. 18% damage increase. For an E6, I think okay, there might also be overkill. There might also be overkill where the wolf just cannot take enough damage. So against AoE, I can expect it to be like even more burden. Okay, single target DOT triggers is 797, right? This is 797, 897, and then Huawei is just gonna end this guy right here. And with that, we are gonna come to the end of the E6S1. My problem with this right here is that I can't even showcase the big booms. Like, I can't just take out Huawei and slam in Black Swan, because if I do, he's gonna die. He's gonna die in like 5 milliseconds, bro. So I'm gonna slot this around. Or I'm gonna slot this around. Alright, Apoc. You're right. Hold up. 48 costume. 48 costume. Let's see it. Fun button engage. We're still running Ramen here just for the toughness bar. Right? Maybe we can break a little bit early over here. He didn't even do anything. It is a negative. The only reason why it's so slow is because we didn't make our team fast enough. This could have been a 2000 AV no-nothing, bruh. Quadra DOT. Yeah, the thing is, we don't even need Rame's thing anymore because like, we didn't even break, bro. He just died. Quadra DOT. Oh my god, though. I pressed the wrong button. Wait. I'm got 48 cost team 0. That is crazy. Okay, bop. Bob. 48 cause the OT team. Alright, let's see that. Oh my goodness. Bang! 1. And he's done. He is already done. Oh my bro, my Jiao Qiu and Black Swan haven't even do nothing yet, bro. They ain't even do nothing yet. They ain't even do nothing yet. Oh my god. Unfortunately, the amount of testing resources we have in Honkai Star Rail is too weak. We don't have the science. We don't have the math. It is impossible. Which means, Mr. HSR, Mr. Dawi, if you are watching this video, please, for the next endgame content rotations, let's quadruple the HP. Alright, we're gonna quadruple the HP, and then we're gonna quadruple that on every single endgame. So 3.6 is quadruple, 3.7 is 16 total, and then 16 times another 4, and then times another 4, and then times another 4, and times another 4. Because at this point, the game is too easy, guys. Oh, this is $10,000. A 48 cause DOT team is crazy, alright? 1 versus $10,000 Hysilens. I think that would be the format of our video going forward. Do a pure vision run. Damn. Okay, gets ourselves the kill on the trash can. Jiao Qiu triggers. Why no Bobbin? I hate Bobbin. She's a useless fucking unit which sings way too much. Slams in the ultimate. 1.6 million. 977 from the pure fiction debuff. Activates the AoE. Bro is done. Exceptional. And then bro is gonna be done again. Exceptional. So that is gonna be a pretty... Why are we aiming the mobs? You fucking dumb ass, bro. Why the fuck are we aiming the mobs? They are just gonna die, bro. Look at them. Bro, they literally just die instantly. Bro, you don't even have to play the game. They just die instantly. What the fuck? Bro, like, oh my god. Was that 3.6 million? Holy shit. Holy shit. 3.6. Oh my goodness. Bro, they can't even play the game, guys. But the moment their turn begins, they just die. Like, literally instantly. 7.8 million. 7.8 million from Hysilens. 7.8. 1.6 on a single proc. Black Swan activates the Arcana. Gets into the ultimate thingamabob, true damage, all that. And then bro is just gonna die. And he's gonna die. And he's gonna... Oh my god, chat. Oh my god, chat. Oh, and there it is. So I basically paid $10,000 to not play, right? I just let the game play by itself. Because they literally just... The moment they sense the aura coming from the DOT team, the enemy units just kill themselves. They literally just kill themselves in-game and they just die, bro. You literally don't even have to play anymore. They just all die immediately, right? So, with that, we come to that. Our word of the day is going to be light spender. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join Twitter, join our page for all of our anime videos. Use code POKE with 10% off Gamer Subs. All the best for your gacha pools. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.